We are the door-to-door team. This is the Door-to-Door Team podcast.
I always do get excited about people seeing the real in the door-to-door space. I'm wanting to be able to share more authenticity.
Where we talk about the highs,
Formulated my mindset to always think and always believe that I'm going to be the best.
the lows,
I have a 3-year-old, and I do this for them.
and all the in-between of door-to-door. All right, y'all, I almost feel like this guy doesn't really need an introduction, mostly because his energy is a freaking introduction. I'm sure you can feel it through the camera.
Absolutely.
This is Curtis the Confident. Is that literally your
Yes,
handle?
that's my
Like
handle.
it's actually
Absolutely.
your title.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
It could lean a little towards arrogant.
Always.
Oh. But that's actually something we just love so much
absolutely.
about you.
Yeah.
He is the youngest member of our team, of the door-to-door team, and definitely the most confident. So tell us, like, where does that come from? Where does this, like, overabundance of confidence come from?
All I have to say is competence.
Okay.
Competence and competence only. Like before I came here specifically, I had the experience. Started running before I walked, and too much information about solar. So I just came in with a lot of information and a lot of experience. So when I got here, Pure's training has helped me evolve, and it's helped me become confident and also self-belief in myself as well before I even started this.
Yeah.
That's how I'm so confident and why I think I can be the best.
Yes. And
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going to push back a little bit on that. So I think competence, yes.
Yeah.
However, it almost doesn't even matter what's happening. You still have confidence. Like, it doesn't
Yes.
matter. Like last week was really hard for you.
Yeah.
And like production wise,
Yeah.
and yet you still had this like, oh
Yeah.
no, like I'm still gonna be the winner.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that like
Yeah.
bold confidence when you're not producing?
I'll have to say I formulated my mindset to always think and always believe that I'm going to be the best. And I'm going to win regardless of how it is and how it works out. I'm going to be the top. Like, it's just I come from a sports background to where I don't think at a disadvantage. I think of the disadvantages, I acknowledge them, but I always think of an advantage. That week was a week full of pain.
Yeah.
And we all know black and white, yin and yang, joy comes from pain and pain comes from joy. You know from experience. 2 car crashes and you got the biggest day, the biggest week of your life. It's not your life, but the biggest week of this month, 100%. So that's how I formulated my mindset. Just think of an advantage and make sure that I believe in myself regardless of what happens. That I'm going to be the top and I'm going to be confident no matter what.
I love that. You shared something with me at the pool at our team barbecue that we mentioned if you've been following us.
Amazing brisket.
With one of our customers. And you shared with me, because
Yeah.
I was like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Like on the boards, because he's Curtis the Confident, and he's like been coming in as this like rookie to our company, not a rookie in solar, but you came in swinging and then you like disappeared for a little bit, which I obviously have had the same experiences.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We all do. But I said to you at the pool, I was like, where have you been?
Yeah.
And what did you say? Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was making a transition. So in solar, you have to have systems and processes, and I figured out what I was doing was working because I had one of the biggest months in May of my entire time here at Pure. It was 2 consistently every single week, which was amazing. What I was doing was I was focusing on one same day. 1 account a day will keep poverty away. We've all heard that saying. That's what I was focusing on. And I changed that because I was working less and I was working less harder. So I changed my inputs. I had to make a change. So during that entire week where I got literally nothing, no accounts whatsoever, I went back into looking at inputs and doing a minimum every single day amount of doors, and then also going back to my formula. Just making sure that I have my numbers intact, so whenever stuff does happen, I know that I can rely on my inputs instead of essentially focusing on one same day, and if it doesn't happen, I crash.
Right,
That's what I didn't want. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't want to put all of your weight into
Yeah.
this one person.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you said something else to me that was actually really profound, especially for someone your age,
Yeah.
about delayed gratification.
Absolutely. So past experience, I was in solar in high school. I was in solar out of high school. This has been my life since I've been into the workforce, I'll say, or pushed into it. I didn't get paid for a year and 6 months. I don't think that delayed gratification is definitely going to get me more out of my life than looking for everything currently right now. I don't think it's the best option for me. I think that having delayed gratification is absolutely amazing. Only reason is because you're not looking for a high. You're not chasing that happiness. You're not chasing that piece of cake. You're not doing that. And with delayed gratification comes way more success than wanting everything right now and pushing everything into it. It's not the best option for me at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's really wise of someone so young. And because what are a lot of your friends doing right now in their lives?
They're doing sports right now. 19 years old, they're in college, they're doing sports, or they're currently working at a 9-to-5 job that they can't get out of.
Right.
So that's their mindset. I formulated my mind to make sure that I do something completely different, something that's hard, that'll push me, and also that has a massive amount of success attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine you in any situation where you would be like locked in. Like this is finite. Like this is your pay, this is your hours. Like I feel like you would just like crumble under that.
Been there and done that, and I crumbled for sure. And that's why I decided to leave the job and just go all in. Because the best thing about this job is you have to be all in, or you won't get any. You'll get something out of it. Some people get lucky.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're not all in on this and you don't want to be the best, and you're coming here to be average while you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If for you, because I know you're so confident and you don't really let on that you are, like, if you're struggling or whatever, like even when you were having your hard week, I was like, how are you at? You know, you still were confident.
Absolutely.
But have you had moments where you're like, wow, this is really hard?
Oh, every single day. Every single day I have moments where it's really hard, but my mindset and just me as a person will not let me stop.
Okay.
I will not stop until I get something. And one thing I will say is I hate seeing zeros on the board. It pisses me off, excuse my language, but it truly makes me mad and it makes me insecure because I really do want to be at the top and I really have the drive to get there. So every single day when I'm in those hard moments, I think of my why on why I'm there, on why am I here, what am I doing, and it just doesn't allow me to stop.
I love that. Can't stop, won't stop.
Absolutely not, ever. Yeah.
So, and can we just end with that then? So, like, what is your why? Like, what are you doing this for?
First off, I have to say just my last name, just my family, to make sure we no longer live in obscurity. No one knows us, no one knows who we are, so I want to make sure I'm the guy that changes that and changes my last name forever. And this is the avenue and the vehicle for me to get there. And also my why is me as well, because I want to be able to provide, I want to be able to help people, I want to be able to just be the best version of myself and help others be the best version of themselves as well. And that's what I think about every single day. Yeah.
Well, I love that. And I think with that combined with your work ethic and your capacity to maintain the confidence despite the uncontrollables.
Absolutely.
You're just on a massive trajectory.
I love to hear that.
No, you are, and it's so
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah.
Like, I know we make fun of the fact sometimes that you're like the baby on our team.
Yeah,
but that energy and that life force that you bring to this team is needed, and that's what is so fun. Like, Door to Door is available. Like, I'm literally twice your age, right?
Yeah.
Like, but we are doing the same job and freaking loving it and learning from each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think that that's the opportunity here is that this job has no limits in any direction. No limits on the age, on your past experience, on what you want to do with your opportunity here. It's all open-ended.
Exactly.
And so as you go forward, thank you so much for being willing to share.
Yeah.
And y'all, our invitation for you is, as you're thinking about your why and where you get your confidence, that you'll connect those dots so that you can have your own handle, like Curtis the Confident.
Absolutely. Come meet Curtis.
But thanks for joining, you guys. We'll see you on the next episode of the Door to Door podcast.
Let's get it. Cool.